Here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Kamara up the middle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Room past the 35. Across midfield. Oh, he shifts past him. And finally marked down at the 23. A huge play there on the screen pass. And even 50 yards.
Where's the contain there? And yes, that's a question because that was just a simple drop-off. But he hits the Jets, and all of a sudden, the seas part in front of him. A huge result there to flip the field and what was a fairly innocuous play call.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Second and 10.
Hey, take 26.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here's third and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The carry here for the big tight end. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
On the tackle. A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And a short return to the 6-yard line.
Well, Charles certainly circled that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3. But it looks like they burned the book and just said give me the analytics. And the analytics said go for it. Didn't work out.
After the interception, here's Goff.
Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Goff. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now Goff. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
You talk about this Washington defense.
Now they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more.
And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking. See what I'm saying?
Touchdown, Washington.
John Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it as we resume action.
Zerline out now to kick this one away.
And no thought of a return here for Hines.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They are going for it. Goff. And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Cook up the gut. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Here's 2nd and 10.
Working from the gun, Rodgers.
Open man is Atwell, complete.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Rodgers.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. So a player shaken up. We'll get a stoppage here. And that's Alvin Kamara, the one who's going to receive some attention. Hopefully he's okay. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Here's Rodgers. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Hold on.
Goff now looks to throw.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14.
Now Goff on first down. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Jihad Ward, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Now it's gone.
Open man right side is Toney.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out.
And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw.
A short throw to Musgrave.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And they're trying to line up quickly here. Goff urging them on. Here's Cook again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a microcosm of how it's gone for their rushing game so far this year. 29th in the league on the ground.
Yeah, it's a great illustration of what we're seeing because these problems go back to the offensive line. You can't give guys free access to your backfield. Can't let these free runners come and get them.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Jihad Ward able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with a 14-3 advantage already, we'll see how much they want to try to push things, if at all. Going up top for Miller. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Goff on 1st down. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
A final shot before break here. Goff. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Now Zerline on and the extra point. And it's 21-3. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Set to kick off.
So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports?
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already.
And the ball is knocked out.
And it's Washington that scoops it out.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he's got room.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Give running right is Mitchell.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying, we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And that is no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They'll start the drive with Wilson. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Out to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Ray certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
And this returnable for Hines.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw on second down is gone. Pass complete there to Nakua. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Super one.
They run with Hines. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And touchdown! Kadarius Toney, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Desperados' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. In motion left goes a tight end.
Another run for Wilson on 2nd.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Back now at FedEx Field as we've got the final quarter upon us. We get ready to start the 4th. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Rodgers with a keeper. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, let's go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
On 1st down, it's gone.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The end result, 21 yards.
1st down, San Antonio. Tiger.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's brought down. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Cook is in for a touchdown.
So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Jones throwing for it. Steps away to his left.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Short throw to Smith. It'll go as a gain of 4. And 3rd and 8 now.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Tackled there by Jordan Battle. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Point out.
Off play action. Here's Goff. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Fred Warner. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Jalen Carter working his way back behind the line of scrimmage and dropping him for a loss. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. To throw is Rodgers. Short throw to Smith. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Washington. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Here's 1st and 10.
Goff. That's going to be caught by Tony. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
Now Goff. Now, quick throw there is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Ric Flair.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down.
Goff now to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
2nd down and 6 now.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and they'll be unable to build here onto their 5-point lead. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this. You have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it. That's what you're looking for.
Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10.
Now it's gone.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
He's back to throw.
Throw out wide is incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts, finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught.
Where they came so close, Charles, they were knocking on the door in a one-possession game, but ultimately the defense held tough to get the victory.
And doesn't it feel like it just leaves them asking what could have been? So many moments when they could have had a big play to change the outcome of this game. And let's face it, none bigger than that final snap that just fell short.
So for Washington, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for San Antonio, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.